Hi guys, Rachel here. How you doing? Good evening, good evening. Hope you're well. Just trying to get the angle of my camera right so you can't see all my mess in my kitchen. So welcome to Facebook Live tonight with me, Rachel from Walk the Talk Fitness, Cut the Crap and all those different things. I am just going to quickly share the video with my Facebook groups, and as soon as I've done that I'll be back with you. We're going to talk about something a little bit different tonight, so bear with me because it's going to be fun. So I hope you've had a good weekend. It's just coming to a close for most of us. I am just about finished work for the night, you'll be glad to know. And this is my last thing on my list. And I'm a little bit early as well for a change. I'm never early, by the way. So here we go, sharing. I can see myself on my computer, it's not cool. While I'm sharing this video, it would also be really good if you guys could share the video as well. Obviously that would be cool. I wish there was a better way of doing this, or a quicker way of doing it, so I didn't need to like talk so much shite at the beginning. But there's not, so this is the only way of doing it. Cool, so that's that done. If you just joined, I'm going to be talking about a slightly different topic tonight. I won't be keeping you too long, so I can record the audio. So, hey guys, hey Ailey, hey Caris, Nicola. Can you hit the like button a few times if you can hear me? Just hit the little like thumbs up button or the little love heart button a few times if you can hear me, so that I know that you can hear me. Excellent, that's fab. So I'm going to talk about the title of the video is Environmentally Friendly Weight Loss. You might be wondering what the hell I'm talking about. Well, I am talking about, we're not going to talk about nutrition tonight, we're not going to talk about exercise, but I'm going to talk about your physical and social environment and how it affects your ability and drive, motivation and willpower to lose weight. So the word willpower gets thrown around quite a lot when it comes to losing weight. I don't have any willpower, I don't have enough willpower, or my willpower has like got up and fucked off, and I don't have the willpower to carry on with losing weight or to even start. And a lot of the time we rely a little bit too heavily on willpower when there are other things that we can do in order to always guarantee that our success is going to be more, you know, we can actually predict that we're going to be successful rather than predict that we're going to fail straight off the bat. And that is by creating a physical and social environment around about you that is encouraging you to get to where you want to be, or to start losing weight, or to continue to lose weight, and how important it is that you surround yourself not only with the right type of environment but also the right type of people as well. So I'm going to talk about physical environment and social environment. I'm also going to give you some really cool statistics tonight as well, because I like statistics, I like percentages and all that kind of stuff. So around everybody, every human being, so you, me, everybody that's watching, you're making around 250 decisions about food every single day. So that sounds like a lot. So 250 decisions a day just on food. So think about all the other decisions that you make as well. Yeah, this is just food. You're only actually consciously aware of about 25 of those decisions. So out of the 250 decisions that you do make a day or about food, only 25 of them you're actually aware of making them. So the other 225 are subconscious decisions, or decisions that you're making in reaction to your social or your physical environment and how it's set up round about you. So what environmental social situations can actually shape these decisions? So the first one is the food and the dining experience that your parents gave you, so the food that you were served as a child and as a young adult growing up in your parents' house. It's also influenced by things like how far away you live from the supermarket, how far away you live from fast food places, how far away you live from convenient food sources. It's also influenced by how readily available food is in your house. So different types of food and how readily available it is. So is it in front of you all the time? Are your children eating foods that you actually wouldn't want to eat? All those kind of things. And it's also influenced by the choices that our friends and family and work mates make as well. So it's not just physical surroundings, it's social networks and social surroundings as well, and how important that is to your success and whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. So yeah, I'm going to talk to you about, hopefully you've got a kind of an idea of where I'm going with this. So you can have the best nutrition program in the world, you can have the best training program in the world, but if you don't have the right environment around about you, the right physical environment and the right people around about you to support you, then willpower is going to break at some point. Yeah, there's new research out that says that actually our environment is more important than willpower when it comes to achieving goals like weight loss. And so that's kind of why I wanted to touch on this subject tonight, because it's something that we don't really talk about, and it's not something that I've really talked about with you guys before. It is something that I have coached people through before, and I do coach clients through it, but I wanted to talk to you guys about it tonight as well. So let's think about some simple things that we can do when it comes to food. So rearranging cupboards is probably the first one, and if you've been a client of mine, you will know that this is something that we do. So you're 3 times more likely to eat something if it's at the front of your cupboard, if you see it first. So you're 3 times more likely to eat something that is visible to you the minute you open your cupboard. So if you were to put unhealthy snacks, or snacks that you don't want to be readily available to you because you know that you're going to cave, is to put them at the back of the cupboard and have your healthier snacks at the front, right? Actually, scientific evidence proven, 3 times more likely to eat foods that are at the front of your cupboard than at the back, because they're visually in front of you when you open it. So when it comes to your fridge, keep healthy foods at eye level in your fridge. And also, you might want to think about covering unhealthy foods with tin foil rather than cling film. Because, and this is, how cool is this statistic, right? 71% more likely to dip into a sweet bowl or a sweet drawer if it's got a transparent coating around it. So if it's in a clear box or a clear jar, or if it's covered with cling film, 71% more likely to go for it. So tin foil over the top of things that you don't particularly want to eat, leftovers of something that you know is not going to get you to where you want to be goal wise. If you've got sweets in the fridge, you know, in tin foil or in a tub that you can't see through, so something that's opaque that you can't see through it. So that's just another like simple thing. Another thing that I often suggest to clients that tend to overeat or to snack a lot is to stop bulk buying things, because you're much more likely to get through things if you buy them in bulk. So let's think about packets of biscuits, right? For example, if it's like 3 for 2 and you buy 3 packets of Rich Tea biscuits, right? The 3 packets of Rich Tea biscuits are probably going to be gone in the same time that 1 packet would be if you just bought 1 packet. So that's where meal planning comes into play. And I'm not going to go into meal planning and preparation of food tonight, because I've covered that enough in previous broadcasts. So if you want to know more about that, just have a look back on the videos on the Walk the Talk Fitness page. Plenty of information there. If you plan your meals in advance and prepare your food in advance, and you prepare your food shop and only shop for what you need for that week, much more likely to be successful with your nutrition program or whatever diet plan that you're following. In the office, so in your workplace, in your staff room or in your office, tends to be, a lot of people really struggle with this, because offices and staff rooms, especially in schools, are really famous for being full of chocolate, especially at this time of year. And I know if I have got any teachers watching tonight, I can only imagine what your staff room looks like just now. Sweeties, cakes, all that kind of thing, kids bring in, yeah, riot, crazy. Move the sweets out of visible areas. Yeah, so this has to be a team effort, because obviously if you hide all the sweets, then someone else that you work with might be a bit fucking raging about that. I probably would be. So they have to be out of sight, out of mind. So that's kind of environmental. So other things that you can do. Dinner plates, so the plates that we eat from, the bigger plates, are now 23% bigger than they were in 1900. So I know that was like ages ago, right? But in the grand scheme of things, it's not that long ago. So in about the past 100 odd years, our plates have almost grown by a quarter, and so have our portion sizes. So if you were to go back to 1900, you'd be hard pushed to find someone that was overweight or obese. And now we're eating almost a quarter more portion size wise than we were just over 100 years ago. So reducing your actual dinner plate size is quite a good idea. It's quite extreme, but if you can see you should see my dinner plates. They're massive, massive, big square things. Like honestly, huge. And you know, if they're filled with vegetables, cool, but they're not normally, right? So reducing your portion size by reducing your actual plate size is a good idea. These are just simple things that you can literally start doing now. Any of you guys that actually don't focus on food, now this seems like another simple thing, but it's really important. So it's been found that people who eat in front of the TV actually end up consuming more food, not only while they're watching TV and eating their meal, but also after that as well. So a higher amount of people will snack on more food if you eat in front of the television. Right, now we're all guilty of this every now and again. I do it very rarely, but I do it every now and again. Sit in front of the TV and watch TV while I'm eating. Not only is that bad for you when it comes to overeating, because you're not focusing on the food that's on your plate, but it also isn't good for your digestive system either, because if your mind is not on your digestion and just enjoying your food, chewing your food and actually enjoying it, then your digestion is not going to be as good either. So it's a good idea to take yourself away from the television and actually get into a routine of eating, making your meals an actual social experience, whether that's with family, friends, or the dog, in my case. So, yeah, keep calm, focus on eating, get it away from the television, make it a social occasion with family, make it a thing with family. We need to sit down and eat together, enjoy our food, use it as time to catch up, and that kind of thing. Social environment, so clutter can make your dining experience clutter free, because if you're like kitchen, don't look at mine just now because I've just moved in, right? Is clutterish, is that even a word? Cluttered, that's the word. Then the actual experience is going to be quite a stressful experience, and that just goes for your whole house as well. My friends Tanya and Claire actually have a great declutter challenge, 7-day declutter challenge. I'll find out when the next one's on. It was brilliant last time. Might be a thing to consider if you like a declutter. So yeah, covered quite a lot. The last thing I wanted to cover when it comes to food before I quickly move on to exercise, and it's going to be a 10-second snippet, is to actually your social environment. So social environment is really important, and it's something that I ask my one-to-one clients. Do you have social support? Are you hanging out with the right types of people that you need to hang out with in order to be successful when it comes to getting to your goals? So I would encourage you to socialise with people who will support you. And you don't need to suddenly tell all your friends that you don't want to be friends with them anymore if they're not going to support you, but it's not great if your goal is to get fit, healthy and lose weight, and you're constantly being egged on to go out all the time, drinking or to the dancing, or every other night or 2 nights, 3 nights over the weekend. It's not going to be healthy for you with your goals in mind. And if you explain to them about what you're doing and what your goals are, and they still egg you on and like push you and say, oh, just one night, oh, it's Christmas, oh, it's this, oh, it's your birthday, oh, you need to have a life and all that kind of thing. But surround yourself with people that are on the same journey as you. Surround yourself with people that have similar goals. You guys that are in my Facebook group will know this, right? How good is it to be in a group of women, or in a group of women who all have similar goals in mind, encourage you, understand when you don't want to drink yourself into oblivion every weekend. So yeah, so encourage, and I would encourage you to socialise with people that will support you, and not with people that will use peer pressure to try and knock you off your balance. So yeah, so that's it really, social wise. Exercise wise, your environment can be there's a few things you can do to sort of stay consistent with your exercise routine, and one of those is to keep your exercise gear, so like your gym bag with your clothes and stuff packed before work, keep it in a visual place that's very like near to where you're going to leave the house, so near the front door, if you know that you need to take it in order to go to the gym after work or before work. So make sure it's packed with clean, fresh, preferably gym clothes and everything you need for work and things in the gym bag near the door, so there's no chance of you forgetting it. And it also keeps it in the front of your mind as well, because if it's in front of your mind, you're much more likely to actually do it. Coming to gym kit as well, make sure you've got enough gym kit. It sounds ridiculous, right? But make sure you've got enough gym kit to see through the week, so you're not having to like use the excuse of, oh, I've got nothing clean to go to the gym with after work, so I'll just not bother going. So make sure you've got enough. You know, it doesn't need to be fancy, Nancy, expensive shit. Just make sure you've got enough stuff to do you, like socks, leggings, t-shirts, joggies, trainers, all that kind of stuff. Just make sure you've got enough ready for the week. So if you're training 3 times a week, if you're going to the gym 3 times a week, fitness classes 3 times a week, whatever, make sure you've got 3 lots of outfits, and then that takes away that excuse of not having anything to wear. And that's it. I'm done. Does anyone have any questions? God, I ranted there, didn't I? Do like a good discussion. Look at the mess in my kitchen. Anyone have any questions on that? Hit the like button or the wee love heart button. Let me know. If you've got any questions, hit the like button before you type so I can hang around and answer it for you. Any comments? Do like a comment. It's a bit of an ego boost. Good, we've got some, I think we might have comments coming because someone hit the like button, so I'll hang around. No, yes, no questions, but thanks, Rachel. No problem. Hi, Wendy. I didn't know you were online. Nice to see you. Hope I've given you some tips tonight. I know we were chatting about this earlier. Cool. I hope you got something out of that, guys. Yeah. If you haven't ordered Cut the Crap 4 yet, my new recipe book tonight is the last night that you can order the physical copy of Cut the Crap 4. So make sure you get your shit together and get it ordered tonight, because I will be receiving them next week and posting them with a personal message of love before the end of the week. So go get it, and I will speak to you maybe tomorrow. Probably not, actually. I've got clients on like tomorrow, but James and I will be back on Tuesday night to talk to you about something cool. We haven't decided yet, but James and I will be here on Tuesday night at 5-ish. So just to let you know, there's another broadcast with James from Hidden Depths Coaching coming on Tuesday, and I will see you then. Love you, bye!